Hi, good afternoon. Maria, Mom. Hi, Maria. Hi, Mom. How about Insta? Let me know if you can hear me on Facebook and Insta. I see some waves. Give me a thumbs up. We're getting set up for a mat Pilates class to start in 3 minutes. You will need a mat and a towel, maybe. Towel might help in some with some of the exercises we're going to do. I can show you how to use that. How is everyone on Instagram, Instaland? I was at the club today getting the mind-body closet finished up. We cleaned all of the blocks, all of the mats, washed all of the blankets, the bolster covers. That was a workout, getting those bolster covers back on. They're very tight. So, should have probably worn my MyZone for that. Okay, we have a couple more minutes. We have some more people popping up. Again, this is mat Pilates. You'll need a mat and maybe a towel. Not a requirement. Facebook, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? All right, we've got 1 minute. It's 6 o'clock. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our Pilates class. Go ahead and take a seat on your mat. You can crisscross the legs. This is where you could use a towel, right? That might come in handy if this is not feeling good on your knees, right? You can sit on a towel, bring the hips up a little higher, right? You can even lessen the bend at the knees, straightening the legs out a little bent, right? Or all the way up and in. So mat Pilates is a unique system of strengthening and stretching. It is designed to strengthen and tone your muscles, improve your posture, your flexibility, your balance, and it's just another way to unite the body and the mind. A couple things to focus on is being controlled in your movements. So we want everything to be very controlled and no sloppy. Initiating moves from the middle, from the powerhouse, and I'm going to show you in just a minute how to engage that powerhouse. Keeping things nice and fluidity, the motion and the speed, and then utilizing your breath to help you control those areas as well. All right. So one of the ways that you can find the middle and find your powerhouse is with your breath. So take a nice breath in and out, inhale and exhale. One more time, a regular inhale and exhale. Now the next time, you're going to take your inhale and exhale. When you get to the end of that exhale, you're going to add an extra couple more. an extra second, couple seconds, right? So you'll inhale, you'll exhale, get to the end of that exhale, and then blow out a little more air. When you do that, you'll feel the top, right? The ribs, they start to bite down a little bit. The diaphragm contracts a little bit more, and it engages the deeper muscles within the core, within the abdomen, the core, the powerhouse, right? We'll try that a couple more times. Trying to stay nice and tall when you do that. Breath, exhale. When you get to the end, a little bit more, right? Breath in and out. Get to the end and blow a little extra. And hold. See if you can't hold that position and still continue to take breaths, right? That's going to be your control here throughout the middle. So I'm holding it, I'm locked down, I'm tight, but I can still breathe, I can still talk, right? Take one arm and come up and over the top, and then the other side, up and over the top. Do that again on each side, up and over, and up and over. This time the left arm is going to come up, and it's going to circle around to the front and drop down. Right arm up, circle around to the front, and then drop down. Inhale here, exhale, inhale over, and exhale. Last time, keep your hands down on the ground, place them behind you, tent your fingers, and squeeze your shoulder blades together in the back. Lengthening through the chest, right? These are muscles that are commonly tightened by forward posture. Breath in and out. Keeping that middle contracted, and then release the hands out to the side. Palms are facing up to the ceiling so that we have an external rotation. Again, still opening through the chest. Inhale here, exhale as you rotate the one side. Inhale through the center and exhale to the other side. Keep doing that. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So what we're going to do today is a non-traditional sequence, right? Very, very similar to what we did last week. Just maybe a couple different things. Inhale and exhale as you rotate. And then the arms are going to go down. Take your shoulders, roll them to the back. And then again with the hands real heavy onto the mat. Drop your ear over to one side. Getting a stretch on that neck, and then up and over to the other side. And then back up to the top. All right, take yourself onto your hands and knees here. A couple more practices for that inhale and exhale, right? So inhale here, exhale. When you get to the end of that exhale, add some more. So you can see just a little bit how a small movement through the core, but it's initiated from the inside out. My powerhouse. Breathe in and out, exhale. Holding that there, we're going to slide the legs out, each sliding out one at a time and the other to follow. All right, feel free to take this plank down onto your hands and knees. Hands and knees to your elbows, right? Or maybe you're here with the knees dropped down to the floor. Why does this look like it's like on an angle? Hold that there, that plank, keeping that inhale and exhale with the core tighten in, right? It's like you're still at the end of those breaths. Still at the end. Hold that in. Welcome to be on the elbows. Also, option for knee down on the elbows. Hold here. We're going to take this into a dancing dog, I'm going to call it. So if you're on your elbows, it's going to be more like elbows down and then down. If you're on your palms, it's going to be a down dog and down. I'm hesitating because it's just totally slipped my mind. Exhale and inhale. Again, lift up, exhale. And inhale down. A little dancing dog here. Exhale. And inhale. One more time. Exhale. And inhale. Hold here in the plank. Right? Pressing the floor away. Puffing up the shoulder blades. Right? Puff them up. Press the floor away from you. Squeeze the quads and the glutes together. Hold here. All right, we're gonna drop down to the knees and bring your right leg through, right? Runner's lunge here. Welcome to stay with the knee down onto the ground, or we're gonna lift the back knee up and off the floor. Get in a little stretch here, an opening for the hip and the hip flexor. Breath in. Bring those arms around again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe even a little bit of a back bend. Squeeze. And then release. So you're welcome here to take your knee back down to the floor, or you can drop the hands and switch flip the foot that's in the front. Right? Again, options need to be down. So we're on the left leg front this time. Flatten out that toe in the back, right? Welcome to put the toe back down and lengthen through that back leg. I'm gonna show you on this side with the knee down. Once again, we'll bring the hands behind, squeeze the shoulder blade together, maybe even adding a back bend here. We're squeezing through the right glute. The knee that's on the ground, squeezing that glute so that we can get reciprocal inhibition in that right hip flexor. So what that means is when I'm squeezing the opposing muscle, the muscle directly opposite of that, the opposing muscle, lengthens, right? So here, we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, lengthening through the chest. All right, we'll come back down, hands to the ground, stepping back and hold our plank here. Once again, pressing up and away from the floor. Keeping the breath, I'm gonna turn here to the front. Right, a little add-on, if you'd like, will be to tap the shoulder and to the other side. Tap and down. Idea here is that we're gonna tap without dipping at the hips. Keeping the hips nice and level, and you're welcome to drop to the knees. Level, level. Press that floor away. One more. Hold here, a little extra challenge. Take that one hand, tent it on the ground. Maybe even you lift it off the ground. And then switch sides. Tent it and lift. Hold. And release. All right, bring your knees to the ground. Open them up. Put your toes together and sit yourself back in a child's pose here. Hands are out front and reaching as far away from you as you can, right? Take your fingertips, inch them away like spiders, and rest the forehead. Stay here, hold that child's pose. This helps us stretch the lats, which is the muscles underneath of the armpits, also commonly tight in like a forward rounded bad posture stance. Right? Stretch those out, walk them away. Okay. Inhale, come on up onto your hands and knees. And then drop yourself onto your side. And keep on turning around. Bring the knees up towards the ceiling. Our feet are together. Reaching the hands out to the front. We're going to do a slow roll down. Right? Eventually getting to that full roll up. Reaching the arms. Right, cave at the shoulders a little bit and round through the spine, right? Keeping the belly button drawn in like we're got that exhale and hold that in and slowly roll yourself back down to the mat. We'll take the hands by our sides. My ponytail is not in the right spot, so it's going to be jacking my neck and my chin up towards the ceiling. So I need to change that so that I can get my head flat on the mat and the chin down in towards my chest, right? We'll slide the legs out all the way straight here, right? Squeezing your inner thighs together, squeezing your ankles together. We're going to take the hands up over the head for our roll up, right? If you need some help with this roll up, take your hands and put them underneath of your low back. Before we even start, Breath in, and then exhale. When you get to the end, blow out a little more and hold, right? So we're contracted down. We're trying to get our spine towards the mat. Inhale, and then exhale. Use the hands if you need them. Reach up and over. The feet are flexed. I know I'm not full picture for the Facebook. Feet are flexed. Inhale, you're tall. Right? We're going to curve and cave back down. Hands can go underneath for help or over top of the head. Inhale, exhale, reach up and over. Sit to tall, inhale, and exhale, curl and cave down. Roll it down slow. Keep going with that. Inhale, exhale. When you get here at the top, right over the hips, imagine that there's a seatbelt right across these hips, right? And it's not allowing the hips to go any further, or the abs. So you gotta curl and reach over top of that bar. Inhale to tall and slow roll. Keep going with that. Inhale, exhale. Get your seatbelt across, reach. Again, inhale to exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Reach. Sit to tall and slow roll, cave. Hands are going to go to the sides of the body, and bring your knees up to bend here. Little rock side to side, lengthen out through the spine. And then bring one knee at a time into the chest. Right, again, rock side to side. You take your hips and kind of walk them down your mat, lengthening out through the spine. Knees in, tight towards the chest. Right, hands are down on the ground for now. Squeezing your knees and your ankles together. You're going to inhale and extend the legs out on an angle. And then exhale as you pull them back in. Draw in tight in the middle. Inhale as you extend. We're controlling. Nice and controlled. Using the breath to help with the control. Inhale and then exhale. Inhale long and then exhale. Now if you'd like to take this up a little challenging notch, lift up through the head and shoulders. Reach down towards these feet. The arms are going to extend away from the legs and then sweep back around. We're still inhaling as we reach and sweep it in. Inhale, reach, sweep it in. We're focusing on the part of the body that's not moving. So right now, that's my whole torso, my midsection, my powerhouse. Inhale and exhale. Continue. Inhale and exhale. Fluid, slow and controlled. Hi, Diane. All right, catch us later. Yep, hold it in. Hold here, reaching for those ankles, nice and long. Chin is tucked into the floor. And then release through the head and shoulders. Rock a little side to side. We're gonna do an eagle crunch, right? So let's take the right leg and cross it over top of the left. If you're able to get it across enough and hook under that bottom one like an eagle, go for it, right? If not, I'm probably just gonna keep it crossed myself, right, rather than get that hook. So just squeeze in real tight, crossing the legs, right, working through those inner thighs to squeeze tight. So let's take the right arm over top of the left for the eagle arms. Right arm over top, bent in front. Left one goes underneath, back in. Inhale, I can hardly talk. Inhale and bring these arms up towards the chin, right? Exhale, we're gonna touch elbow to knee. Inhale, you can let your feet drop just a little bit and touch the floor. Exhale and in. Inhale long, toe tap. Uh-oh, telephone. Inhale long and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Do a couple more of those. I'm going to get this. I'm going to hang it up. The answering machine is going to work. Oh, no, sorry. Someone else got it. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Whoosh. And hold down at the bottom. We'll uncross the arms and uncross the legs. Pedal this out just a little bit, and then we'll switch to the other side. Let's cross left over right, really squeezing those inner thighs together. You'll probably notice one side or the other is not as flexible. No worries, we'll keep working on that. Left goes on top, right goes on the bottom. Extend so your toes tap the floor, your fingers are tapping overhead just gently. Exhale in, inhale long, toe tap the foot, exhale in. Yes, I still have a home phone. Haha. Exhale in and long. Keep breathing. Exhale. Not very often we do crunching in Pilates, right? Every now and then, but not very often. Last time. And hold. Uncross the arms, uncross the legs, and let the feet drop to the floor. A little rock side to side, releasing the hips a little. Moving on to our straight leg tugs. Right knee into the chest and extend it up to the ceiling. Straight leg tug, so we want the leg to stay straight, right? You're gonna hold on low behind the thigh or move it up a little higher depending on your flexibility, right? Work on keeping it straight, 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 straight. Opposite leg is gonna come out and extend on the angle, right? Hold, and then slowly switch. Hold this top leg. We're gonna get a little stretch on the hamstring, a little static stretch before we start moving it. A little bit of a length, and then switch. Keep switching nice and slowly. And then you can take that bottom leg and let it go a little further down to the mat each time you switch. You can add by lifting up through the head and shoulders, tucking the chin, looking at the belly button, still keeping that tight rib cage, right? So it's biting down the top onto the bottom, and we're focusing on the core, the part of the body that's not moving. Precise and controlled. Strengthening, stretching. Keep going, a couple more here. 2. Last time. 1. All right, both legs are on top. Squeeze them together. Take your hands behind and rest your head and your fingertips. Real gentle, right? So we're not pulling and pushing up. Real gentle on the fingertips. Inhale, we're going to drop the legs just a little. 45 degrees and back up to the top. Inhale as you drop 45 and exhale back up to the top. Inhale as you drop. Exhale in. Keep going. Inhale and then exhale. Keep going with that. Each time you're going out, maybe take those legs a little bit further down towards the mat and back in. If this is bothering your back, release the hands from the head and place them underneath of the tailbone. Inhale as you go down, and then exhale as you go up. So we're letting the core, the powerhouse, the middle, be in control. Right as the captain right now. Keep doing that. As your legs go down, when you start to lose control and then you develop a big arch in your back, that's your key, that's your cue to bring the legs back up, right? And don't go that far next time. Stay right in the spot where you're able to maintain control in the middle. We'll do one more. Double leg drop. Inhale, and then exhale. Bend the knees, and then just walk those out. So toe tap the foot down to the floor. Last time. And hold in. Yes, little rock side to side, side to side. Oh, got some hearts. Heart, heart, yes. All right, go ahead, drop the feet down to the floor. We're gonna work on the obliques a little bit more. We're gonna be working towards the right side. So we're gonna take the right hand out long on the floor. Left hand behind the ears, just the fingertips only are touching behind the ear, okay? So right leg is going to come in, left side is going to come up, going towards that knee, and then back down. Repeat, same side. Exhale, and inhale long. Exhale, and inhale long. Keep going. Exhale, keep going. Hold that cross until all of that air is gone. All of it, right? Because that's what's helping us get the contraction down in the middle to the powerhouse. So hold it there all the way out. Keep going that same side. Fluid and controlled. I'm also keeping my chin slightly off my chest, so I'm not using and tucking, pulling, pushing my chin into the chest and down. Let's do two more. Exhale. And one more. Exhale. All right, drop that side. So let's switch sides. Take your left hand out long. Your right hand just a little behind the ears. And then the left leg is going to come in, right side, over to that direction. I see a spider. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Keep going that same side. Inhale, exhale. Keep going, checking the time. Inhale, exhale. Right? All the way out, blow it. Hey Sherry, Dawn, Stacy, are you guys doing your obliques? A couple more on this side. Last time here. And down. Woo. Hands out to the sides. And bring both knees into the chest. We're going to rock side to side to lengthen. Rock your spine long. And then extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Again, trying to work to keep these straight. Okay? Squeeze your quad like you're pulling your kneecaps up your quad. A little point and flex here. Yeah. So if you point your toes and then you think about trying to get the tops of your thighs turned around and together, then your toes will turn out in a Pilates stance. So if you ever hear that, that's what they're talking about, this Pilates stance, right? Try it if you can. Holding the Pilates stance, we're going to take one leg and drop it down to the floor. Barely tap and come back up to the top. The other one, barely tap and come back up to the top. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Same options here, right? You can put your hands underneath of the low back. You can put your towel underneath of the low back if you need it, right? Extra challenge will be to not use that. Inhale and exhale. But if your back is bothering you, one of the biggest things, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, no pain or strain ever in Pilates, right? So if this is producing any pain or strain anywhere, then take the modifications. Inhale and then exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Hold this at the top, bringing those heels together, and then beat the heels together. Good turn. All right. So if I'm turned out, flex my foot and beat the heels together. Here, hold. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. You can point and bring them together. Keep going. Keep going. Right? You're probably feeling this in your quad, your inner thighs, more places than you thought you would. And hold. Whoop. Hold. Awesome. Drop the knees, feet to floor. Let your knees fall open to the outsides of the mat. So the soles of our feet are together. The knees are to the outside of the mat. And take a breath here. Time check. Right, we've got about a little over 15 minutes left. So we have some more we're gonna do. We're not done yet. Okay, knees come in and back up, headed towards the ceiling. I do want you to take your hands, you're gonna make a tripod with your two pointy fingers together and your thumbs together, right? It makes a triangle. And then slide that underneath of your tailbone, right? You can use the towel for this as well, okay? Knees are gonna come in and extend it up to the ceiling. Again, squeezing the knees and the ankles together. We're gonna do a little two-part. So we've already done the double leg drop. Inhale and then drop, right? Back up to the top. We're gonna add. So we're gonna drop both of them down, bend them. Imagine that you're at the beach and you're scrape some sand back in towards your behind and then extend it up. So it's a bicycle with the double legs, right? Inhale and then exhale, pull them in. Inhale as you go down, exhale, pull it in. Welcome to lift up the head and shoulder. If you'd like to add a challenge, inhale down, and you also can release the hands, place them behind gently and lift. Inhale, scoop in and up. Keep going with that, still keeping in mind our indicator. Right on our way down, when that back starts to lift up off of the ground, that's your key that you need to bring them in, back in, right? Paying close attention to that, making sure that you're keeping that belly pulled in nice and tight. Spine reaching towards the mat all the time. Okay? Hold here at the top. Let's reverse that. So we're gonna bend first. We're gonna drop and push the sand away from us this time and come up to the top and down. Push it away and up. Inhale and up. Right? Still have those same options. Underneath for support or behind the head. Long and lift. Last time, hold this at the top. Very small. Point and flex. Point and flex. And hold. Awesome. Drop the head and shoulders. Knees down. Feet to floor. A rock side to side here. We'll release any tension that might be in that low back right now. Hopefully you were practicing no strain, no pain or strain, and took some options if you needed that. All right, moving on to the bridge. Right, options here. Hands can be down by the side. They can be out to the side in a cross position or over top of the head. Okay, those will be your level ups. You can try any of them, see what's a fit for you. First off, we're going to start with some regular bridges and then add a couple different things in for the bridge. So draw your belly button in, right? You're really trying to push the spine down towards the mat, pushing the heels into the floor. Then the pelvis itself will automatically come in and start lifting up to the ceiling. So push the heels into the floor. And now really press them down as hard as you can and lift the pelvis up towards the ceiling in our bridge here. Walk their shoulder blades underneath of you. And hold here, right? We're just feeling a nice stretch. Again, in the hip flexors, we've got that reciprocal inhibition going on where we squeeze through the glutes, which allows the front of the hip to stretch and lengthen. Slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, the spine, and release the pelvis as well, right? Inhale, and then exhale, lift up. Squeezing through the glutes, hold here, lift your toes off the floor, play some piano with the toes, and then slowly let it down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, lift. Squeeze through the glutes, lengthen through the crown of the head, right? So be careful for that chin. We don't want it jetting up to the ceiling. We want it tucked in and down towards the chest. Wiggle the toes. Siri, and slow roll. Okay, so a little bit opposite. We were wiggling the toes. The toes were lifted. This time lift the heels off of the floor. right from the get-go, right? Breath in, inhale, exhale, push it up towards the ceiling and hold here. We'll do some little pulses here. Pulse up toward the ceiling. Small pulses. Small pulses. Again, lengthen through the crown of the head. Squeezing the glutes up to the top. Keep going. Couple more. Hold. Yikes. All right, go ahead and put your heels down and then bring your right knee into your chest. Yikes. And place it back down. Bend the left knee into the chest. Okay, we've got some legs waking up if they weren't already. Switch sides, right in, extend it to the ceiling. Bend it and back to the floor. Other leg in, extend it to the ceiling, down, and switch sides again. Hold, really press, hold it here. Use this top leg, this right leg. See if you can reach that heel higher up to the ceiling. Flex the foot and then bring it down. Switch sides. Knee in, lift, push, flex it up to the ceiling, bend it, and then down. Slowly roll your spine down. Oh my. And then bring your knees into your chest. Rock them side to side. Right, so we really waked up the quads. Woke up the quads and the glutes. We have another set. It's a little bit different. Put those feet down on the floor. Woo. Okay. Bridge back up again. Okay. Heels are lifted. Draw the bellies in and push up towards the ceiling. Woohoo. Go ahead and take the heels down to the mat. Just notice how it feels a little bit different. Bring the right knee in, extend it up to the ceiling. We're going to inhale as we drop this right leg towards the floor, point it back up to the ceiling. So flex, inhale, point, exhale, flex. Keep going with that. Remember all the things that we talked about, right? When that foot is reaching up to the ceiling, the heel is far away from you as you can. And then as it comes down, it's the same thing. It's reaching as far away from you as you can. Point it and bring it back up to the top. Same thing. Reaching as far as you can. Out and up. Keep going. That's a lot, isn't it? Okay, break. Bring it down all the way. Foot flat and rest here. Okay, that can get intense doing it all. All right, heels up. Breath in. Exhale, roll it up. Drop the heels to the floor. Left knee in. Extend and flex. Here we go. Inhale down, point and lift. Flex. Down and point and lift. Press as hard as you can with this right leg, getting those hips up towards the ceiling, and continue. Inhale down, point, up, flex, point, flex, point. Right? 2 more. Flex, point, and down. All right, roll it all the way down. Bring the knees into the chest and rock yourself side to side. So using those big muscles, right, may have gotten the heart rate up. Even though we're laying down, the heart rate's going to come up a little bit, but not near as much as if we were standing and using those big muscle groups. All right, how are we looking? Okay, we still have time. We still have 10 minutes. 1 foot down and the other foot down. All right, moving into some V-sits, all right? So we're going to back to focus on the middle, and then we'll flip over onto the belly, and we'll do some more back. We're focusing on the glutes, so that's part of the back side. But we'll turn over on belly to get more into the low back and the upper back, all right? For the V-sits, squeezing those knees, it's going to take a minute or two for us to get prepped up to go, right? Squeezing the knees and the ankles together. We're going to take the hands up over the head. Now, you might need to, and I'm going to do it right now, is walk the toes out and away from you. So I have less of a bend in my knee. I'm going to need that as a little bit of leverage, a little bit of help. Draw the belly button in and down, right? Squeezing the knees and the ankles. Inhale here. Exhale, lift up, straight up towards the ceiling. Right? So different from the rollover that we did. We're straight up here towards the ceiling. Slowly let this back and down, trying to stay relatively straight. Inhale, exhale, straight up, right? Let's add on. Bring one knee lift. Maybe you stay here with one knee or two legs. So we're in a little boat with the legs up though, right? Go ahead and drop your feet and drop your upper body. We'll do that again. Inhale, exhale, upper body. Lift one or two. And this time add a little extra by making it a V, so I'll straighten them out. Option to keep the knee bent. Can be one down, one up, switching sides, and then slowly unfold it all together. Yikes. Okay, let's go back to bent before we get to the full V here, right? Feet are out. Inhale, draw the bellies in. Exhale, straight up. Extend one at a time or two into the V. And slowly let it down. Super slow. Okay, so you've got your options, right? You can start with a knee bent, then bring one up, the other up. Or we can try to go for this full V right here. We're flat out straight. Belly buttons in. Inhale and exhale.
Is there something else I can help with?
Siri wants to help me with something. I don't know what. Just slowly let it out.
I'm sorry.
All right, go easy on yourself, right? This is one of the most difficult Pilates exercises. Inhale, exhale, and lift. And slow. One more time. Inhale, exhale, hold, and slow down. Oh, okay. Bend both knees. Roll to your side. Keep on rolling to your belly. Move it out of here. Right, I'm going to take my arms and reach them way far in the front, right over top of my shoulders. And my feet are coming out right over top of my hips. I'm going to turn this way so maybe you get a little better eye on these swimmers. Okay, so chin is tucked. Eyes are down to the ground, really close to the ground here. Draw the belly button up and away from the mat. So we're always pulling the belly button towards the spine, right? We're pretending like we've got like a hot burner under there and we're drawing up and away, trying not to touch it. Chin is tucked. You're gonna take opposite arm, opposite leg, up and down for a swim. If you wanna turn to the side, so I'm gonna turn it to the side to see so I can talk. You want to turn to the side so you can see. That's great. Check it out. Then bring it back down. Chin down. We want to make sure that we're not hyperextending the neck. So if I'm up and I'm looking front, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to have this big hyperextension. So continue that. Opposite arm, opposite leg lift. Pulling your belly button away from the floor. Away from the floor. Feeling this in the low back, right? This ties in the glutes and the low back. One more. Okay, rest. Bring the hands in, palm over palm. Rest your forehead, down and down your palms. Put your toes on the floor with your heels lifted and wag your heels back and forth here. So we're releasing the hips. And then hold center, flatten those toes back out. Bring the arms back out to the front with your thumbs up towards the ceiling. Right, tuck your chin. Take a breath, pull your belly button up and away from the floor. And then we're gonna squeeze the glutes together, right? Push your pelvis into the floor, squeeze your glutes, the legs lift. They're lifted, right? At the same time, my hands and my thumbs are gonna come down to my sides and back. Cobra, sometimes Superman, thumbs up, and extend the shoulder blades down my back and back down. Breath in. It's actually an exhale and an inhale. Exhale. And inhale. We want to keep the thumbs up. We talked about this one other time. Thumb always stays up. Never does it go down, even if you end up turning it back around, right? So it stays up. There's no rotation, no forward, internal, external rotation of the shoulder at all, right? Keep going. We moved this to the upper back now. Chin tucked and then down. Keep going. 2 more times. And 1 more. Hold here. Again, palm, palm. Rest your forehead. This time a little bigger. We're going to bring the feet, the knees up, and wag them back and forth. Here. Hold those in the center. And go ahead and let the feet all the way out. Take a couple breaths here. Okay, and let's finish how we started. So bring yourself back to your hands and your knees. Tucking those toes under. We'll come up into down dog. Tuck the toes and lift up. Take some nice breaths here and think about getting the tops of your thighs up towards the ceiling. So earlier we talked about rotating them in towards each other. Now here in our down dog, we want to bring the hips up and the thighs up towards the ceiling. Shake your head yes and no. We want to make sure that it's relaxed. And then walk your dog here, pressing the heels down to the mat so we can get a stretch in our calves. Walk a dog. Awesome. Hold that. 1 breath in, and then come back to your hands and your knees. A couple cat-cows here, right? Breath in and exhale. Round up through your spine. Bring your chin down. Inhale as we take it totally reverse, right? Lift the chin and think about pulling your chest through the shoulders, right? Exhale again and round. Inhale and pull the chest through. Nice. Yeah. And then exhale, bring yourself back to flat. We'll pull the right leg through again. So you have options to stay here with your knee down, right? Squeezing this left glute. Let's go ahead and stay with the knee down. Let's stay with the knee down so that we can also do a side stretch and you don't have to focus a whole bunch on balancing out, right? So squeeze the left glute and then take the left arm and reach it up and over, right? So let me turn to the front so you can get a look at that. Squeezing the left glute and the left arm is up and over. So now I've got to stretch from all the way to my side, down to my hip flexor and into my quad. Lift up higher and a little more. Yay. Okay, come up tall, stay here. We're going to do a twist. Top hand is going to come to outside of the right knee. The right arm is going to reach behind. Take a look behind and look at that right hand. Inhale, and then exhale as you unwind. We'll switch sides. Right leg goes down. Okay, you can put your toe up in the back if that helps you with your balance. Left arm. Well, first of all, let's squeeze the left glute. It's the right. Sorry, my right. Squeeze that right glute. Lift up high to the ceiling and then dip it over to the side. Hold here. Squeezing still that right glute. Lift up a little higher and dip. Oh my gosh, this feels so nice. Inhale straight. Exhale with a twist. Back of the right. Look around to your left. Lift tall through the chest. Inhale, breath, and exhale. See if you can't twist it a little more. Still squeezing your right glute? Yes. Breath in, and then exhale, unwind. Take those shoulders and roll them to the back. Go ahead and sit down on your heels or your towel or crisscross, right? If this is not working for your legs, your knees. Both hands are gonna go out to the side, a big breath in, and then exhale, take it down. One more time, big breath in, and then exhale down. Bring both the arms around front and wrap yourself around, right? Take your hands, walk them behind you, lift, and then exhale as you push your shoulder blades down from your ears. Ah, so nice. Inhale here, and then exhale. Reach up. Exhale, hands come behind. Take your hands behind your low back, forearm to forearm, right? So back behind, walk your fingers up your forearms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift up through the chest and drop your ear over. We're gonna hold here. Inhale to center and the other side. Squeeze your shoulder blades together here. How are we doing? We're almost there. This should feel really nice on the neck and chest, and then release. Last time in, breath up. Hands are going to come down to heart center. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate you taking the time. This will be saved on Facebook, and then within a day or two it gets uploaded to our website. Don't forget to check out our schedule, right? We have lots of things going on, not just group fitness, but other things as well. We've got Lindsay for nutritional chats, and what else? I think we have like mixology, drinkology. Let's see, trainer. There are some personal trainer workouts. A chance for you to try tribe training too. Lots of things. All right, if you have any questions, please make sure you let me know. Reach out to me through the chat on this post, or if you have my email, awinkler@merrittclubs.com, you can reach out to me that way as well. Any suggestions of some classes that you would like to see, we're open to those. Let's see. I think that's all I got. Instagram. All right. I hope you guys have a great rest of the night. Take care. I'll be back here on Friday for Active Spirit. Saturday I have Pio, and then Sunday is Gentle Yoga. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great night.